But you know what I saw in meditation the other night I was telling you about?
Mhm.
You know how religion says that we are the chosen.
Yeah.
You know, God says these are the chosen people. That's a bunch of crap. You know, because tell you the truth, um, we are not going to get nowhere any better with this group of people is going to make it and that group of people is not going to make it. Nope, it's not going to work like that. Everybody has to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Everybody, humanity as a whole, have to get it. And that's the reason why the whole living journey is difficult because of this race issue and this religion and these politics. You know, those are the primary thing that separates humanity. And regardless of how much harm and humiliation and chaos that we've given each other, ain't nobody gonna make it to anything beyond this life, this type of life, and into anything where there's absolute peace until everybody gets it. Everybody has to get it because everybody is on this earth together. I don't care if it's black or white, north, south, east, or west. Everybody is a part of this one humanity, and it took me a long time, you know, because like I was telling you, for a fifth of a second, right before I came back, I felt entire humanity. And when I felt humanity, my mind didn't create any distinctions in the human family. It was just that everybody is we are, believe it or not, we are all in this thing together, and it's not gonna be in our lifetime,
Right.
not even in yours. You're not even gonna see it. This is gonna be going on for a very long time. When people say, "Oh, we're living in our last days." No, we ain't. No, we are not. This is gonna be going on for a long time, and I would be able to prove it to any pastor or scholar, regardless of what that book says. I don't know what makes y'all think as white people that y'all gonna make it to heaven and black folks ain't. And I don't know what makes black folks think that they the chosen people, and regardless of how much of a fool we act, not only towards each other but towards white people by um, we allowing hateful white people to cause us to hate them. Everybody's going back and forth with this hate thing, and one side is saying, "Well, I feel this way because this person treated me this way." Yeah, but you both are starred. You both are still in the mix with the same hate. So does it matter? So what is this? I mean, is this an existence of pure chaos and disorder? I don't see that. And then my mind went to this reincarnation thing that the Hindu religion and some of the other religions over there in India had, where they said, if you fail to get it in this lifetime, then you're going to have to come back and keep living your life until you get it over and over. Now that concept, I can see that, I can see that, but that goes for the entire humanity.
Right.
It's just not in the Hindu's way of thinking. That's exactly the way it is. That's why we be having these deja vus. I feel like I've been here before, or you might be sitting up or going for a walk, and all of a sudden this feeling runs through you that's very familiar and refreshing, and you have to stop. You like, ooh, man, that felt nice. That felt familiar. You know, it's a trip. Because when I saw that, I'm like, man, we in big trouble. We're in big trouble, and the whole healing process is reasoning. and resolve. And that's the only way that all of this is going to be ironed out. And so, just like we've been talking for years, there's no forgiveness without resolve. But the whole thing is, nobody wants to sit down and talk about it. And then when we do get on these talk shows and talk about it, chaos breaks out, and I don't do nothing but keep it going. So the wound is so deep, and the reason why the wound is so deep is because that first traumatic blow within humanity that was taken is not doing nothing but getting stabbed consistently with a huge dagger on
Right.
on both sides, and so it's not able to heal because of our hurts. We won't let it heal because we feel justified in stabbing at that wound, even though it hurts. It hurts us while we're trying to hurt them, and vice versa. So this is a tripped out dilemma, man, and it's gonna take people to really understand that it is actually not about race. It is about a humanity. See, race and religion and politics are, like I said, the primary tools that is keeping all of this going. You've got military, you've got politics, and you've got religion to justify all of that stuff. Boy,
Right.
that's a wicked ass formula right there, man. That's wicked. You know, and that's why you have to have a an insight that most would consider profound, but once more people have this insight right into it and just not be afraid to broadcast it, like, look, we in this together, we need to come together and talk, you know. But in our community, whenever you're thinking like that, then you a coon, you a Uncle Tom, and all of this, you know. And so, some of us want to just step back and, well, I don't want nobody to hurt my feelings, so I'll just hop on the bandwagon of hate and call white people hunkies, and white people do the same thing.
Right.
So we hold each other back. Over here, you ain't nothing but an Uncle Tom coon ass nigga. Over there, in their community, you just a nigger lover. It's a big mess. You you have the Indians over in Delhi, India, and then you have the Indians who were mixed with British in a new Delhi, India, whose complexions are lighter, and they call the darker skinned Indians, the Dalits, untouchables. All of that has to be done if we really want to leave this state of existence and into something better, because we're in chaos right now. We caused it, and we're still causing it. So when I got that, I'm like, whoa, man, man, man. And this wasn't my imagination. This wasn't based off of any information that I previously, you know, accumulated. This is just what I saw. This is what was shown to me. And whenever I say it's something that I saw, I don't know if you noticed it, but when you are in meditation, which is one portion of it, but when something is shown to you, there's a feeling that comes along with the perception, and you have the feeling. Here comes the perception, and then the clarity. It all comes in one movement, and that is actually the awakening. When you say, when you have that feeling, like, oh, I see. That whole movement is emotion,
Right.
um, um, awareness, and hold on, emotion, um, um, awareness, and clarity. It all works in one movement. So man, when I got that, I'm like, well, the only thing that I was questioning after I got out of meditation, and I'm laying there looking up at the ceiling, at my ceiling fan, and I'm thinking about all of this. I'm like, well, once I check out of here, um, as far as the people that have already checked out, you know, where do we dwell? Do we dwell here on Earth? And if we dwell here on Earth, how do we dwell here on Earth? Do we become a part of the weather? Do we go back to being a part of the universe? Because when I checked out of here, I was back to being part of the universe. So I guess it all depends upon um, not not to be trying to sound mentally fragmented, but I guess it all depends upon a person's past lifestyle. So this is all messed up, man. Because the white race is demonic.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're still keeping that mindset.
Oh
I
yeah.
can. Oh, okay. Now I hope you ain't gonna get too deep and start trying to.
I,
I
I
like you, Dave. Don't go out the deep end.
I can't hear you.
I was hoping you wouldn't get too deep and start trying to, make up our wickedness.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Your microphone must be under your pillow or something.
No, it's not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm still under the mindset that they got to be removed from power.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But it's like white people are demonic. White people are like scorpions and serpents, and they affect people like a poison. And then when people who are not like that resist it, like us, we resist it with a lot of rage, anger, and aggression and hurt. And who do we strike out at? Out at our own and them. But with that reaction, we become the Westerner.
Yeah, we end up becoming them, and that's how they always have operated.
Right.
That's how they have destabilized all brown-skinned people on the planet, no matter where they are.
Mhm.
If you look at the white man before he go to the country, the people are more peaceful. After a while, after a few hundred years, man, them people end up becoming them and start killing and doing everything the white man was doing.
Yeah. Look at what's happening in South Africa right now. They're killing white folks over there wholesale.
Yeah.
So you wonder, how is this gonna end? And then people like Farrakhan and then what? God's got to stop it. Oh, so God gotta stop it. Focus on the word "got to." So with all of your righteous preaching and all of that, and you saying only God can stop it, but the black man is God and the black man is righteous, why can't this black man stop it?
Yeah.
Because he's too caught up. He's too caught up in it. And by him being caught up in it, and by him feeling justified staying there, and up come an Elijah Muhammad and a Malcolm X and a Dr. King, believe it or not, that's a comfort zone. I'm sorry, that's a comfort zone, because you said I have to be here in order to get justice for my people, which I have come to perceive as extremely unrealistic. Because how can't you get justice for people who don't do just for themselves?
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Mhm.
I'm like, why fight and die for people who don't want to live for themselves?
Yeah. So a black leader is pretty much you just throwing your life away.
Yeah, you'd be better off being a leader for white folks.
You know
if you
what?
want to be real.
White folks don't even need leaders.
Yeah, they don't. No other race needs leaders but ours, and I mean that facetiously because our leaders are created by them. So it's like our
Mhm.
black leaders really for the most part ain't no good.
Mhm.
Because we the only people with leaders. You ain't never seen a Korean leader, have you? I haven't.
Mhm.
Or an Arab leader. You couldn't even name them. And because we can name our leaders, they're easy to be killed off, the ones who are good and genuine.
Mhm. I mean, it's just like Farrakhan and them standing up. I am a black man. No, you are a white man. Because the reason why I say that is because you were manifested by way of his deeds.
Yeah.
So he is the potter and you are the clay. A label made in America.
Yep. I remember that call we had like 2 or 3 years ago where you was breaking down to me one night about how the white man created Malcolm and all of them.
Mhm.
That if it wasn't for him, there would be what we know as Malcolm or Malcolm X would not be.
Mhm.
So the white man is the prime puppet master and the prime the main hand on the chessboard. We just a lot of times people are so emotional minded that they can't see that.
Yeah. This this man made you change your name to Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
This man made you change your name to Louis Farrakhan and Malcolm X. He did that to you. Elijah Muhammad gave me his name. This name. Who gave Elijah Muhammad his name? Master Farad Muhammad. Who gave Master Farad Muhammad his name? I don't care how far back you go, you're going to bump into the Westerner who came out of Rome, who started all of this chaos, that cultivated all of these so-called leaders. You are not leaders. You are actually idols. You are pretty much, you might as well say, statues of white domination.
Yeah.
And it's a trip because when you go further back, you go all the way back. Okay, well, who created these white people like this?
And from what I've researched, and like when it seems like all roads really point to our people being stupid enough to make them.
Mhm.
So I mean, I ain't talking about days of Yakuza store. I know
No.
we didn't talk about that story. I'm talking about our people somehow. Before we fell from countries, we was intelligent enough to make these people, and that was another reason why, of course, to the whole biblical story that God took our people down was because we did the unthinkable. We made white folks, and He ended up using them to take us down and bring us to an exceedingly low point, which is why we are where we are right now. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I totally agree with that. And then when you read the book Before the Mayflower, it tells you how the white race got created, and then they were over in Egypt, and Egyptians couldn't civilize them. It was they were civilized for a little while, and then they started making trouble, and so they got them out of Egypt, and they walked them through, I believe it was the Sahara deserts, and they came up with this term, walking across the burning sands. And so then they pushed them up in the Caucasus Mountains, thinking that they was going to die, because they took from what I was read, they took everything from them except their language. They let them keep their language. And then you wonder why this European is so pissed off coming out of Egypt.
Yeah. And then you read. Oh, you go.
And the Egyptians and the Ethiopians were trading them as slaves. Yep.
Then you read the biblical story of the Israelites. God told the Israelites to kill off all the Canaanites and a lot of other ites, or whatever. But the Israelites, they didn't do it, and a lot of those ites you find out are so-called white people or their descendants. So it's like, dang, we should have listened. Should have killed all. I'm talking about kill the kids, kill everybody.
Yeah.
I know how you feel about the Bible. That's why I tried to bring it up, because I know you don't care for it, but there's a lot of truth in that book.
We can talk about the Bible anytime you want to, Josh.
Oh, okay. I know you. I guess maybe because I know how you feel about Christians. Well, luckily I ain't no Christian.
No, that's who I feel about Christians. Now I know that the Bible, everything in the Bible is not true, but don't think I don't sit up and read it sometimes, because I do.
Oh, it's hard to picture you with a Bible in your hand.
You have to study it so that you won't be able to get outwitted,
right,
and out manipulated. You have to know your enemy.
Yeah.
See, because your enemy wrote that book. So let me see why you wrote that book, and for what ulterior motive did you write it, and you gave it to me and told me that it's okay for your slaves to have it. It can't be anything in there that's going to benefit me. And then they messed around and gave it to Nat Turner.
Yeah. And it's sad how they did him, man. After they chopped him up, used his body and bones for leather. They did him too bad. And they say that leather made from our bones is the best leather in the world, not surprisingly. They joked about that. That's just sick, man.
Yeah.
How they did it. A lot of times they cut the black man's penis off and put them in the pickle jars. And sometimes I wonder, our pickles, like the whole concept of pickles, I wonder if that's from black men, or I wonder if our people influence that, or if that's the reason, the white man's so sick that he would like to eat a penis of ours.
Yeah. But with all of that being done and said, that's what keeps all of this going.
Yeah. Then the gays, you can't say nothing about the gays no more. Like, when out in Vegas, are they in positions of power out there as far as hiring and stuff? I hear it's getting even worse.
Yeah. And out here, they tell you have to watch what you say, about homosexuals, because somebody might, one of your co-workers might get offended in you talking about homosexuality. So I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, and if you get offended, then so what? I don't care.
Yeah. And I was reading on YouTube from a brother in Vegas. He was saying the same thing you've been telling me for the past 10 years about relationships in Vegas and how just trashy they are. I was like, dang, Dave, I always trust what you say, but I was like, you really wasn't lying when you said that out there in Vegas, the relationship, it ain't about nothing out there. You go.
I really don't want you to trust anything I say.
Right.
Just take it in, because sooner or later, it's going to be validated.
Right.
And see, the reason why I know that is because I don't open up my mouth and tell you anything that I haven't experienced.
Right.
So I know that it's going to be validated because it's a reality. It's there. I've seen it.